What's good, ladies and gentlemen? So, as I get closer to the launch of my 20 plus course online academy, I'm going to be making some more videos just to provide an overview of what my academy is about. Now, one of the main goals and the reasons why I spent 10 years of my life developing the thousands of pages of material, the dozens of exercises for this course that include both written files and audio files for those that would like to listen to the courses in my academy as they take the subway to work, as they drive to work, as they work out in the gym, or they go for a run. One of the main reasons I developed my academy was to bridge the missing gap in today's academic world between knowledge and application. So in many instances, in many schools, there's a complete absence of application of the knowledge to improve one's quality of life. So exams don't actually provide the necessary information as far as how the knowledge you learn in school can be applied to improve your quality of life. Because in fact, when I majored in business and finance and went on to receive my MBA degree, there was almost nothing I learned, and I'm not exaggerating, there's almost nothing I learned that was applicable to how the real world operates, to my understanding of how capital market asset prices are set, and to understanding how stock market prices behave. There's almost nothing I learned in my MBA program that is applicable to the real world that would improve my quality of life. So that is one factor that I look at in great detail, and I cover in great detail. Another factor that I look at is wanting to redefine our definition of wealth, because most of us have this singular focus on wealth, also due to traditional academics, which instructs us to strive to receive the highest paying job regardless of our interest in that industry. And because of that, a lot of us neglect other very, very important pillars of wealth. So I believe not only should we pursue material wealth, but we should pursue a wealth of mental health, a wealth of physical health, a wealth of critical thinking skills, a wealth of integrity. Because one of the most appalling things that I observed when I was working for a Wall Street firm was the lack of morality and the lack of congruence between morality and business ethics. So in other words, ethics was redefined. That entire word was redefined as anything that increases the bottom line of a corporation's profits. So even if the behavior was unethical, according to business ethics, it was okay. And so I observed a lot of people over the course of the years I worked for a Wall Street firm and was a private banker and also a private wealth manager. I observed a lot of people be very two-faced, almost like Jekyll and Hyde. They exhibited a complete lack of morality and ethics at work. And then outside of work, they would once again revert to being moral people. And I don't think that that's a good way to lead our lives, that anyone should lead their lives in that kind of two-faced manner. But I encountered so many people that thought that was okay because that's how they understood business ethics. So I want to return people to strive to a wealth of courage, honor, integrity, and ethics as well. And as far as critical thinking, that is also a huge topic that is essentially missing in a lot of traditional academic forums like school classrooms. And this could actually be the difference between life and death. Now when it comes to our ability to discern truth from the fake news today that is often propagated on state-sponsored mass media channels, this may only cause you, for example, if you're listening to financial news, a lot of financial misery, but it could actually even cause your actual death, not having a lack of critical thinking skills. Because in my course, I cover disasters, not only in the United States, but also like in South Korea, for example, and in various nations all around the world, where people that listened and obeyed the official narrative, it ended up costing their lives. So for example, in Korea, there was a highway tunnel collapse, there was a ferry sinking, there was a huge mall department store collapse of the Sampung department mall. And in all these instances, people that ignored just common sense and critical thinking skills and listened to the narratives that everything was okay, it ended up unfortunately costing their lives. Now, a lot of people hear this and would say, well, I would never, if I were in that position, I would never be so uncritical as to not listen to my own gut, and I would never blindly obey what narratives are told to me. But yet, and a lot of us, when we listen to news, this is how we process news. We just believe that everything we hear on mass media news channels is the truth when no fact or evidence is given to support a lot of these narratives. And in the most recent times, of course, we have the Wuhan coronavirus. So, a lot of the truth was suppressed in China at the beginning, and those that did not question the official narrative, it probably ended up costing a lot of people their lives because they didn't take the protective steps to protect themselves from contracting the virus. So this is, and when I speak about, as far as my patrons, building a community, this is something I'm going to try to do as far as in an online forum once I launch my academy. So stay tuned, because I really want to build a global academy in which people who strive for a more holistic definition of wealth. So a wealth of physical and mental health, a wealth of material wealth, a wealth of critical thinking skills, a wealth of honor, integrity. This is the type of global community that I want to build online, and that I want to provide the platform to connect people from all over the world. So stay tuned regarding that endeavor. So I hope to fund that endeavor with, of course, the revenues that will be generated after I launch my online academy. So that's about all for today. And as always, thank you to my growing Patreon community, because you support my videos on YouTube. You support all the free content I provide online on my blog at malamalama.com/WordPress. And as always, please remain intensely curious. Until next time, so long.